Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Emmanuel Agbogun dey send message to the Edo State Governor Monday Okpebholo after the governor win for Supreme Court. He also talk about court buying wey dey happen for Edo State. Make I leave you make you hear from Emmanuel Agbogun.
A warm good day, good evening, good day to you all my conscious Edo people across the globe. I want to once again, at this very hour of our sojourn on earth as conscious minds and good people of Edo State, I want to at this junction congratulate our most distinguished executive governor of Edo State, no other person than distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo, on his resounding victory at the Supreme Court of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Upon this judgment, as we earlier said, particularly on the day of the flag off of the first ever flyover of Edo State, where I made it very conspicuous that we remain steadfast with the political aspiration and leadership opportunity of this very led government of Edo State. As you all know, some of us have been a voice to ensure that Edo people emancipate from the previous state of anyhow leadership and separatist policies of the immediate past administration of Governor Godwin Nogegase of Baseki. We had never failed to criticize the government in their weak points, and we will also not fail to remain steadfast to continue doing those good things that the Edo people across the globe has known us for. You will agree with me that in recent time I have consciously reduced my presence within this blue space, owing to the fact that some of our expectations within our political support and anticipation within this current administration have not met its needed view and assertion. For me, I believe in sportsmanship. I believe in standing for what is right. Today, a very myopic minority of our state that has political consciousness of opposition, who believe that they won the election, even in their acceptance speech, have continued to say that injustice was never looked into. But however, the apex court of the land has spoken, and as law-abiding citizens, it is our responsibility to ensure that we promote and support and abide by the decisions of the court. Having it been that the APC and Senator Monday Okpebholo have won at the Supreme Court, we affirm ourselves with the decisions of the court, and as conscious people, we want to say that we applaud all members of all opposition and incumbent parties to ensure that the rule of law and respect for humanity is the order of the day. Let me at this juncture throw some level of consciousness as regards to the continuous court killings that have beclouded our societal space. It is at a time when a government has come to say no to court killings. But as some of us have rightly said, we will not for any reason jettison our opinions as it affects the actual happenings over these continuous court killings in Edo State. You will agree with me that distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo has started on a path to show that he does not support court killings, and he wants to put a total stop and end to these sardonic killings and homicide activities of young persons in the name of color and courtism, as we rightly call them. Let me say that the Nigerian police have continuously made themselves a very conspicuous tool to ensure that these court killings does not come to an end. And I will talk from this point of view as a conscious mind in Edo State. You agree with me that courtism have eaten into all the spells, all the fabrics of men and women would indulge in this practice in Edo State, and they cut across every sector. You have medical doctors who are cultists, you have barristers of law who are cultists, you have police officers who are also cultists, you have security experts who are also cultists and who are members of these cult groups. But as of today, despite the fact that Edo State is not the only state where these cult activities is currently being practiced, but Edo State remains the only state in Nigeria as of today where sporadic killings among members of various rival cult groups and the rest have continued to persist, despite the creation of laws, despite the obvious policy of government to totally eradicate their activities from the states. The police have not in any spare arrested the actual cult people and brought them to the table to ensure that this killing is totally brought to an end. Please, if you are calling me on my cell phone, I wouldn't want you to call me at this time. Call me within the next 20 to 30 minutes. I should be rounding up. Now, owing to the fact that the police have not been able to arrest the actual court members. Who are these actual court members? The members of the court have come out in different platforms on print and electronic media and also on the social media platform, including this Blue Space, to talk how they have in time past spread their membership across a demographic settings. If it is the black acts, as you popularly call them, they have made themselves very, very conspicuous in zones. In fact, they give themselves Ipobai zone, particularly the area where I come from. They give themselves a Kenwaro zone. They give themselves a Amaba zone. They give themselves all sorts of zones, Ogbe zone and zone and zone and so zone, as it affects the entire 3 senatorial district of Edo State. Who are the members orchestrating and piloting the affairs of these organizations, of these homicide, killing and bloodthirsty organizations? They are known to the police. They are known to the DSS. They are even known to specific persons with interest of the day-to-day activities of Edo State. They are not hidden. Why have the police actually refused to invite these people on a round table, as they usually do in time past, to say they are calling them for peace talk? This time around, call them to sign a memorandum to ensure that whatever killings that take place in their area, if they don't fish out the persons within 48 hours, they will be held liable to work with the police until those people are apprehended and made to face the full wrath of the law. If actually they as a court organization do not support these killings. And another thing again is that very many persons who are saddled with the responsibility to checkmate the activities of these court groups are basically one form of court member or the other, both across the police ranks. We have seen it in time past where police officers are seen to be well-known cultists in the town. So therefore, moving forward as a people, my governor, you must understand the fact that if you do not know the cultists of all or the persons who orchestrate cultism in Ekenwa, you cannot arrest anybody in Ekenwa that is being killed as a result of court killings. If you must arrest and prosecute everybody who is found in relation to this court, it should. So sorry for that break in broadcast. In my broadcast is as a result of some technical issues, and I think those issues have already been resolved. And as you can hear me, please, for those of you who follow this broadcast, I would like you to do me a favor by sharing the previous edition of this broadcast to align itself with the current state of what we are currently saying now. In conclusion, that was why I immediately came online to speak on, so that those of you on YouTube who would actually be merging this for your pages and usage, I want you guys to please continue this from where it actually stops, so I can have a share on it on my wall for viewers to have a proper message of what actually transpired in my statements here. Having said that, I want to conclude in this broadcast by saying that each and every one of us as Edo people have one function or the other to play to ensure that these court killings is brought to an end. I can agree with you that 90% of the people in every community that we live in Edo, knows those persons who are number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 of cult groups that exist in that community, be it Vikings, be it Buccaneer, be it Mafite, be it Tutu, be it Black Axe, be it name it, jurists and so on and so forth. Everybody knows the actual leaders in each and every one of our community. I think we'll be doing the police and the government of the day a lot of benefit to ensure that this bad image that these jobless and senseless youths have brought to the name of Edo be eradicated for good. We would, as a matter of patriotism, as a matter of sportsmanship, as a matter of tomorrow's peace and tranquility, prevail on security agencies, whatever information we have, with the identity, names, address, and telephone number where necessary of these known cult leaders in every community. That is the only way, because a lot of people who actually know that they can play one role or the other refuse to give proper information to our security agencies so that they can actually nip this crime on the bud. I can tell you, Nigeria has the property in terms of resources and intellect to ensure that this crime is put to an end in 48 hours. But because a lot of people, particularly the police, as I've rightly said, do not take it to the extent in which they ought to have taken this fight against court killings, that is why it persists. So for me, as a conscious mind, I believe I have a role, and you also watching, whether in diaspora or in Edo State or in any part of Nigeria that know you have one form of information or the other, please feel free to call in to the security agencies. They have always shared their numbers across media spaces and fronts. Reach out to the authority, particularly the Commissioner of Police and the 1st Edo State Police Command PRO. I think it will go a long way to ensuring that these people are brought on ground. And let me tell the government of the day what will happen when this approach is taken. Is that two things will happen. One is that a lot of these cultists will begin to run out of town. Two is that a lot of these cultists will want to also cooperate with the government. The government should ensure that a carrot and stick approach is used in terms of moderating this path to ending the court killings as I've advised. If these things I've actually said here today is adopted holistically, it will go a long way to putting a total stop, because that is where there have been an obvious lacuna. And two, the government of the day should ensure, as I've rightly said before, that a specific court should be set aside to immediately give accelerated hearing to matters that indulge or involve these court-related killings. And I will say that the police also will do the society more good if they choose to annex their expertise in ensuring that accurate investigation is orchestrated across these recent court killings. When I mean accurate, specific investigations to arresting those persons who are actually the parties who have killed. I don't want to talk about any specific killings today because all are equal. But I can tell you that there are specific ones that have happened in recent times that have to do with certain areas in Benin, that the killers are known to everybody. So why are those actual people not being arrested today as we speak? That remains a big question. But I believe if the government of the day and the security agencies and Edo people choose to play the role as we have all stated here today, I think it will go a long way to putting an immediate stop to whatever senseless killing in the name of cultism that have created and been carried out in Edo State. My governor, I want to implore you to continuously do those things that will write your name in the history books for good. Because as of today, our governors across the state of Nigeria are enjoying humongous revenue benefits from the center due to the removal of subsidy. And this will be what the focus of the federal government will be as political matters unfold. So one will believe that specific projects, when I mean specific projects, those projects that are people's wants should not be immediately looked into, but those ones that have to deal with people's needs, the needs of infrastructural projects that Edo State need, particularly when it has to deal with the influx of goods and services in and out of Edo State, whether by air, road, or by sea, but more significantly by road, because we operate 90% of our transport systems in and out of the state via our roads. Coming in from Lagos, Benin, or a corridor is a little bit good, despite when you get to the Uselu axis. Coming in from the Warri, Sapele, Ologbo, Benin corridors is a state of hopelessness. Although significant effort has been made, but it has not met the desired requirements as it has to do with the movement of goods and services. A lot of commuters are suffering damages of their produce and their businesses, which is not supposed to be so, due to the damages of that road. On the eastern flank, the Benin-Abo road, where the federal government came to flag off a contract with some pension boards and organizations to maintain and service that corridor, the state government should, as a matter of urgent public importance, align with the federal government to see that that repair of the Igwomo Okwai Amofi axis and Obeso axis of that road that has a link with the flyover that has been constructed in Rama Park should be immediately put into immediate repair, so that it meets the same time, while the government goes into other pockets projects to ensure that erosion is a thing of the past and other infrastructural needs and wants of our people. Having said all of this, we will continue to align our political aspirations with this government, whether as participants in government or as party men or as Edo people. We shall continue to put in our intellectual property, and we shall also continue to refer solutions to the day-to-day activities of this government, because we want the government to succeed. Having said all of this, I want to thank each and every one of you who have taken time to listen to these very words. Do not allow it be a usual occurrence of listening to blue space words of facts and truth, but ensure that you play a role when necessary. Once again, I congratulate you, My Excellency, distinguished Senator Monday Okpeolo, and the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, on your Supreme Court victory this very day. Remain blessed and let Edo be good for all of us through your administration. Thank you and bye for now.
Now we don't hear from Emmanuel Agbogun. Let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe, so that make you for the hear all the things where they happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.